Optimism, I believe, is a state of mind. A positive state of mind. It's how you feel, how you look at life.
We need to talk to her about whether she's in a position to give us some auction items too.
Hey, you like playing golf at Alex? Come on down. Come on down, I got one for you.
The Childhood Cancer Classic is an annual golf event, and it generates funds to support the research and treatment of juvenile cancer. That and that alone. The primary beneficiaries of this are Children's Memorial Hospital, Camp One Step, and the Optimists International Childhood Cancer Fund.
A golf event is a great venue to raise money.
It's a good bunch of guys I actually play golf with that brought me in. I went to a couple lunches. We meet at Michigan Shores, and the Optimists have been helping kids and getting together as a group and bonding and doing something good for the community and locally.
Hello everybody. I want to welcome you here today for the second annual Childhood Cancer Classic, and thanks everybody for participating for this wonderful cause.
All of you are here today. I can't thank you enough for your generous donations. It goes to research. It goes so that kids don't have to relapse for the third and fourth time, so that kids can make it to camp every summer without doing chemo, and so that a kid can just be a kid.
Last year, we created the first annual Childhood Cancer Classic where we affiliated with Children's Memorial. And we worked really hard to make it a serious fundraising event.
Even though we're here today at the golf outing to have a good time and socialize and to golf and to eat and to bid on the silent auction, we're here though for the main reason of raising money for children with juvenile cancer.
In our first year we raised, I want to say it was $22,000 or $23,000. So for a first effort, you know, that was pretty good.
This is truly my first opportunity to interact with the Wilmette Optimists, and I hope it'll be a long association. And a lot of times as a pediatric oncologist, people say, oh, you have a terribly sad job. You know, the truth is, I see people at their best. I see families reprioritize their lives. I see communities band together. I see good, generous people like the Wilmette Optimist Club come by and use philanthropy for good and to spend their time and their energy to help others. And all those things really contribute to health. I'm amazed at groups like the Wilmette Optimists. There are so many good causes in this world, and an organization such as theirs that is out there to help people has been kind enough to choose our program is something that we take. We're not only very honored by that, but we take it to heart. And we have a responsibility to make sure that we use their generosity wisely.
If you are interested in raising money for children, this is definitely the club to join. Optimists International is an international organization made up of small clubs. Our club, the Wilmette Optimist Club, does a number of things, all of which are for the benefit of children. There are clubs out there that have very strict requirements in terms of attendance. Well, we understand that people have lives, people have careers. It's really a question of, do you want to get involved and do you want to do things to benefit children? If you do, and you don't want a strict environment, you want a very friendly, fun environment, this is definitely the club. See what kind of a committee that there is that might interest you and jump in and give your 2 cents, because not only is it welcome, it's needed. We're just beginning our involvement with Camp One Step. It's a camp in Wisconsin where kids with cancer can go and act like a normal child in a normal camp environment. They can forget about all their treatment, they can forget about all their troubles and woes and just act like a kid.
When these children come to camp, they become normal children again.
We give kids that may doubt their potential for a positive outcome. It pairs them together with other kids naturally, just by putting them in the same environment, and it creates those friendships.
You don't have to explain if you're feeling sick or if you want to go lay down or if you're bald or any of that kind of stuff here. I mean, everybody understands.
Maybe there's two kids that are in the middle of their chemotherapy, and maybe one kid goes in and he has a really bad day and he picks up the phone, he calls his new friend from camp, and his friend says, you know, that happened to me a few weeks ago and really it's not that big of a deal and you'll come through it. Maybe the other kid starts doubting himself, and they just pull each other through the whole thing.
It's nice to put your shoulder around them and say, all right, man, we're here for you now.
When I'm here, it's easier to be myself just because I don't have to worry about people seeing my scar.
You know, it makes you feel accepted and like nobody cares and they just look at you for who you are.
Camp, literally, if I would have not been here, there was nothing else that could have convinced me to finish treatment.
Before you come, you have a picture of kids or cancer patients, and it's not a very pretty picture that you get in your mind. But then you get here and you see these kids, they are just terrific. They're living ordinary lives in spite of disease that afflicts them, and it's just very heart-wrenching to watch the whole thing, and it's just terrific. I don't think our club can do enough to help these people, and I'm hopeful that we will do more in years to come.
It's just fulfilling to me. I mean, having children of my own, and thankfully they're happy, healthy children. I would like to be able to try to help other kids, you know, if there are kids out there with cancer.
This year the Wilmette Club invested more than $52,000 in scholarships, cancer treatment, and grants to nonprofit agencies.
A lot of times when you have a core group of old men, it's like they want it the way they want it, and if you're a new guy, they kind of box you out. These guys aren't like that. Everybody is welcoming with open arms and inclusive and encouraging people to get involved in the club, because over the long haul, the club's going to survive with new members.
As we say down in my home country, y'all did good, and we couldn't have done it without you. And we need you again for 2008. We need you, and more importantly, the kids need you.